Am I becoming a narcissist? Like, truly scared. I've always been a narcissist and didn't know. It's sure I always felt I had a great potential and charisma hidden inside of me, like I was special, a special person. God. Welcome to The Advisory, the first and last advice show on the internet where we answer questions to learn a little bit more about what it means to be human. All advice is final and legally binding. Welcome to episode 37 of The Advisory. Have absolutely crushed that cold intro. There was no prelude to that, James.
Nah.
This week, we're talking all kinds of things. We're talking confessions of a social addict when you get a little too into being a socialite. And we're also, to have a little fun, we're going to have a little visit into one of our favorite segments of The Advisory, which is talking all things pets, all things house sitting, and just the social dynamics that come with being a human that agrees to a favor and then has to deal with that later. It's one of my favorite things. And this is definitely the first intro we've done for this episode.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Good.
Cold open.
And we crushed it, frankly, like a television studio would, if I might say myself.
Perfect.
James, if it's not too inconvenient to you and to the listener, is it possible? And again, I want to put you out, but could we check out the disclaimer? Legal disclaimer?
The following show features goofs performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, Black Swan Society and the idiots in front of you must insist that no one attempt to actually follow any advice spewed into the world on this show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Digital Dana. We appreciate it. She's so professional.
She is. You know who else is keeping it professional?
Who's
Everyone on Facebook Marketplace.
I don't believe that for a minute.
It's not the hellscape that you've heard it is. It's not filled with fucking loons. Okay.
My understanding of Facebook Marketplace, correct me if I'm wrong, is you list anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. And you say,
doesn't matter what it is.
I'm selling XYZ for $50.
Yeah.
No room on price. And then you look away from your screen, you go and make a cup of tea, and you come back and you have 100 messages
that say, "Are they still is it still available?
Is it available?
Will you take
$5?
Yes.
Hey, is this still available? Who are you? Hey, are you around? What's going on? Who are you?" And then there's always one cunt who's like, "Do I know you?" And you're like, "Okay, I'm trying to sell something. What's going on here?" There's always someone who's on an angle, I feel.
Right. Okay. I don't know if I've ever experienced that last one.
What they say, "Do I know you?" And you say no. And they say, "Well, you seem familiar to me. Maybe I dreamt about you." And you say, "Well, that seems unlikely if we've never met." And they say, "Well, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Zordon?"
Oh, it's a Jesus thing again. Yeah.
And then you say no. And they say, "Well, would you like to?" And you say, "Well, yes, because I do need salvation." And then sort of you go to the community center, where it's not a church, it's a community center where they get together every Thursday and Tuesday morning, and you go along, and then you meet the congregation, and then you give them your phone number and your email because you have to get in the door, and you don't want to do that, but they make it, and they check it as well. They do that thing where they call the number to check it's a real number,
right?
And they have like an email thing where checks really and says you can't get in without that. And what I'm saying is I'm on a mailing list, and I get a lot of phone calls at random hours of the night. Because of Facebook Marketplace.
Cool, dog. I just want to know if you're in the market for $100 fucking M&M. Okay, it's very rare, very rare. This isn't like your typical M&Ms. Okay,
let me make this bigger on my screen. Hang on.
I know that you've gone to the shops and you've experienced an M&M. Okay, wipe all of those experiences from your memory. Okay, this is an extremely rare double M&M.
Double M&M. Now, James, if you let me would you let me paint a mind picture with my word pictures?
Sorry, I just realized we're fully doxing. Let me just very slightly remove that person. Yeah.
It's fine. James, just for the audio listener, obviously go to twitch.tv/Black Swan Society, watch us live, or go watch the VOD on YouTube. But what we're looking at here in this image, James has got a screen cap from his mobile telephone, his iPhone, if you will. And it's an image of Facebook Marketplace. And what we're looking at here is a listing of a double M&M period, very rare period, $100. And it is a photograph on a wooden outdoor table that might be sort of a tuck shop table from your primary school. It looks like sort of like a faux wooden table, and on top of that is a bucket of M&Ms, a 640-gram bucket of M&Ms, and atop the bucket of delicious crunchy goodness is what appears to be 2 crimson M&Ms fused to one another.
Raw dogging. Just making
the
beast with 2 backs of these 2.
A Siamese M&M twin, if you will.
Right. I feel like I would have called it an M&M.
I just mispronounced. Oh, that's very good. I just mispronounced Siamese. I've just realized.
Right.
Is it Siamese? Yeah, but it's definitely the thing you said and not what I said that was wrong. So that's good.
Right. Now, I just wanted to bring this to you because I know that you're a
big sweets fan.
Oh,
yeah.
And he loves a collection. I
do love. Yeah, that's me. Famously a fan of material things and sweets. So you brought it to the right person.
Well, you do for absolutely no reason have a giant machete. That isn't like a regular machete. Just cause maybe you're a sword guy. Maybe you're a sword guy.
You might have just caught me red-handed because that is a replica of the sword that Jared Butler uses in the film 300.
You've got sword guy energy. I don't know what to tell you.
I do not have James.
Yeah, dude.
James. I realize you're doing a funny for the show.
No.
We have a friendship that I value.
Right.
And you're transgressing that friendship right now, suggesting I have sword guy energy. So I'm just putting you on notice. I'm not saying change what you're doing.
Okay.
Just letting you know what my boundary is. It's a healthy thing to do.
Okay. And I just want to say that I am very good at reading people.
Okay.
Not so much, but that's not really relevant. Okay. You stink head to toe to tip of sword guy energy. Okay. And that's all I'm saying. Okay. And we don't need to dwell on it. I'm just sort of stating a fact and then we can move on. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, let me just say this. I disagree with that fact, but let's move on.
Right. Well, so you disagree with that fact you just said. So let me just hit the recap button on that one. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. I'm actually going to take away your ability to record these and capture them and repost them.
So I just wanted to bring this to you because I know you're obviously toe to tip sword guy energy. And you're a collector, and I was just wondering if you think that this is overvalued, undervalued, or if this is sort of about the market rate for an M&M.
James, in this economy, I don't think you can get one for less, frankly. I'm not saying it's worth that. I'm just saying, double M&Ms are worth what the market is willing to pay, and right now, that's a steal.
Right. And just really quick, if you're listening and you happen to be into alternative investment vehicles, we're talking maybe Magic the Gathering cards, maybe a rare Bulbasaur Pokemon shiny card, these types of things. Do you think that, well, first of all, I want to know from you. I want to hear from you, blackswansociety.mail@gmail.com. Is this potentially an investment vehicle that you would take part in? And let me add, right? Do you see it as being more risky because of its ability to melt? And does that inherent risk increase its value?
Well, so James, and the other question to think about here, to really consider in the old brain pan, is how does this fit into the equation of the 60-year-old Easter egg we talked about last week? Where does this sit in the heuristic of the kind of perishable goods maintenance activities, right? Because here's the thing, is the egg worth more because it's been around longer and you have to put more investment into maintaining it? Or is this kind of investment where you can purchase it and flip it quickly and make a quick buck? Because you could buy this, right?
That's a good point.
And tomorrow, listed on Facebook Marketplace for $150 for a double very rare M&M.
Oh, it's okay. It's a quick flip. Okay, that makes sense to me.
You can do a quick flip, or is it a long-term investment? That's what I'd love to know. What's the email? I've only said it for 37 weeks in a row. blackswan.mail@gmail.com.
Close. blackswansociety.mail@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Again, we are still taking submissions for third hosts. So let us know. Send us your reel. And just very quickly, we can move on. But I just want to say that it's very telling that I came into this saying that you stink toe to tip of sword guy energy because you're a massive collector boy. Okay. And then I asked you about this M&M, and you seem to have the exact strategy in order to maximize the money from this type of investment. So I'm just going to put that out there for people. They can make the connections that they wish.
Okay.
I'm just
You're allowed to do
saying
that.
it's a little bit convenient.
Well, I don't think that's proof I'm sword guy energy. I think it's proof I'm Wall Street guy energy, which is worse, I think.
Definitely. If you're Wall Street sword guy energy, we can't come back from that. I think you might be cooked on that one. Yeah,
I might have to tender my own resignation.
Yeah.
James, our first question comes from I don't even know how to say this. I'm just going to bull through it if that's okay with you. Before I do that, hey, if you're listening to this when it comes out, this will either be if you're listening to this live or it's come out. And time is funny like that. We have our new show that is starting when we're recording this live tomorrow, which is Master Grief, which is our new Halo show. It will be live if you're watching this right now, same time tomorrow. If you're catching the VOD on Twitch or you're catching the YouTube live stream VOD, it will be Friday the 14th of April, 5 p.m. to roughly 8 p.m. AEST. We'll be kicking off 5 p.m. and seeing how we go. Master Grief is the show where me and my brother Alex battle against James, our kind of challenging AI companion, to complete the Halo games in order on Legendary, with a series of unnecessary penalties along the way to sort of test both our friendship in Black Swan Society and our familial bonds in the McNeill household. And we'll see what breaks first. Will James and I hate each other before me and Alex hate each other? Let's find out.
Tune in, find out.
That's exciting. Tune in and find out.
Watch relationships crumble live.
Do it
on Twitch.
You can do that. You can find that live 5 p.m. AST, the 14th of April. That'll be live on YouTube and Twitch. We'll do something with the VODs, and you can always catch the live stream VODs on YouTube as well. They are cached in the live tab at youtube.com/@BlackSwanSociety. James, this first question comes from Our Anus Is My Friend. That's the username. Our Anus Is My Friend on reddit.com. Ironically, the butthole of the internet. Isn't that fun? This question, James. A woman I work with asked me to pet sit for her several months ago. So I've done it. Sorry, a woman I work with asked me to pet sit for her a month ago. So far, I've done it several times over the last 6 months, usually just a single weekend. But this last time, I pet sat for 2 weeks. The first few times, she paid me $125, and this last time, $200. This is partially my fault for never discussing payment with her. And I'm not going to say a word this time because we work together at a small place, and it's honestly not worth the drama or tension it would bring. Clearly feel like you're being underpaid. That's your vibe here. But she kind of has it in her head that I'm her go-to pet sitter for whenever she or her family go out of town.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it again because of the pay disparity. While I enjoy her pets, I primarily accepted her offer to make extra money. Okay, so your incentive here is cashola.
Yeah.
And she's thinking, made a good work friend is doing me a solid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it enough to do it for free or for peanuts. I won't share any of this with her, of course. Just wondering if there's a polite way out of this minimum drama, or if I will just have to tell a bunch of white lies. So you've agreed to it because she's paying you a bit of cash, and suddenly it's now like a ongoing obligation. There's not enough cash in the exchange to make it worth your while. But you don't want to have the awkward social interaction of, hey, Karen, can we bump up my rates? Can we double them, you know? And also, pets is a broad category, as we've discovered on this show. That could be one dog. That could be several cats and a dog. It could be a ferret, right? There's a broad kind of range of what pets entails. So, because I feel, what do you think is like a fair rate? So she's saying here, over like a weekend, for example, what's like a fair rate in our human dollars, like Australian dollars, to pet sit or house sit for a weekend?
For a weekend?
Let's start there and work upwards, yeah.
I mean, pet sitting, I think. Oh, wait, when you pet sit, do you pet sit at their place or do you pet sit at your place? Am I pet sitting and house sitting? Because that might bump up my rate.
I think it depends how close it is. If it's around the corner, no dramas. I'll I can just whip over there 2 times a day. If it's the other side of town, I'm definitely house sitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not driving across to fucking Indrapilli.
So you think their idea of paying you to pet sit is just to nip over and feed them twice and then fuck off?
Yeah. What do you think pet sitting means?
Being with the pet.
What? It's an animal. It doesn't care. What do you mean?
Dog.
Don't cut that out of context.
People get weird with their pets. People get weird with their pets. They're like, oh, I can't leave them alone. He needs company.
Hang on. The other version of this is the pet coming to you? Are you living? It's the dog living at your place for a weekend.
See, this is the problem with these questions. Yeah, there's so many details that are relevant in this for us to put together a solution here.
We need more data. In the absence of data, James, the problem we're trying to solve specifically is I don't want to have the conversation about cash. So I either need to not be the go-to pet sitter or I need to get that cashola. Those are the 2 outcomes we're looking for here. So I need to find a way to manipulate my colleague. Ooh, when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound great. I need to find a way to manipulate my colleague into paying me more money or viewing me as like a sort of a not the go-to for the pet sitting.
Absolutely. Your options are absolutely to cat sit so shit that they don't ask you again.
The teenage boy clean the dishes poorly approach. We talk about it a lot. Do it wrong, they'll never ask you again. Yeah, when they come back, there's cat shit everywhere.
Oh,
and
yeah.
If the cat doesn't shit enough, you'll work it out. You know how to make some.
You can put something together.
You
can make something happen.
You can find some.
The other option might be to. I don't know how vaguely you can hold a pet hostage for a ransom. I don't know how vague you can get with that. So at some point, if it does get a little too real, I could, drop the whole thing. Maybe I allude to the fact and they come back and I go,
Sorry,
oh no, the cat's missing. That's so strange. Oh no, because they were definitely there when I was there. Maybe they'd show back up if I don't know, we added a couple, maybe a little $75 extra onto. Maybe I could find them. Maybe that would really motivate me to find where the cat is. Maybe 125. The cat comes back in one piece. So
bring.
Oh, me? Hello. Yeah.
Bring.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, man. I'm just coming back this afternoon. I'm gonna pick up Steve, my cat, from your place. How'd the whole cat sitting thing go? How did it all go? I had a great weekend with my family. Thank you for asking. How's the cat going?
Steven was doing great all weekend. Yeah.
Okay, the past tense is odd, but that's good. Is that because the weekend's over? Because it is technically Monday.
Look, Steven and I had a bit of a falling out, a bit of a disagreement at one point. And
about Steven the cat.
Yeah. Differences of opinion in sort of political party choices and things like that, The
brown tabby who's 3 years old that
turns out he's got very staunch opinions about certain things to do with the NDIS and
he has been saying that Scott Morrison should come back.
Yeah, and sort of saying a whole bunch of other stuff about
I'm sure
funding
you
of like healthcare and education.
Okay, but it's cool if I just swing by the Savo and pick him up.
Sure, you can swing by and pick up his things. Yeah, don't really know where he's at though. So
Steve
and the cat, yeah. Steven the cat.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what happened.
That's
because you
that's
were
a great question. I've been asking myself that same question. What did happen?
No, I'm asking you that question.
No, and it's a great question, and hey,
no, it's not like rhetorical.
Yes, and thank you for the question, and thank you so much. But it is a great question.
So what happened to Steve?
is what I'm asking myself as well. You know, what happened to Steve? You know, and really when I think about it,
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, that's what I'm asking as well. And what I'm also wondering
No.
is like, I'm wondering like, you know, is because me and Steve, we really got into it. Is, you know, $50 for the weekend really? Is it enough?
What are you talking about?
You know,
what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
What does that have to do with Steve thinking that Scott Morrison was worthwhile?
I know
he was raised in a Catholic household. I get it, but like, I don't know. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying it's been a weird weekend for all of us. It's been a weird weekend for all of us. But it's also
Steve?
been great question, and I think that, you know, I just feel like I know some spots that he might be at, but I just really don't feel like $125 for cat sitting racist Steve was quite enough. But definitely got his things here if you want to come by, swing by and pick those up.
Have you forgotten where he is?
No, he's very... It's so weird that he's your cat and you're asking me these questions. It seems like...
Well, because you're looking after him.
No, definitely. And I just want to say that, like, a cat is like a child, you know, it's very much the owner's responsibility in a certain way.
No, that's not.
What I will say
yeah, but in the same way that if you left a child with a childcare facility, it's up to them to care for the child. That's in the name.
We just work together. I'm not a fucking cat sit facility.
You and Steve?
Dude. No, me and you. We just work together is what I'm saying. You know, I'm not running some professional operation here. Steven's a very independent person, okay? He's very independent.
A cat that
dude, and he comes and goes as he wants, and he says whatever he wants.
No, he doesn't. You're in charge of him. Where is he? Where's Steve?
Steven is in a safe place.
Okay.
I think.
And
I think Steven will come back home to you if we could focus on the real issue here, which is like,
what's that?
Cost of living has gone up. You know,
what are we talking about?
Cost of living has skyrocketed, you know, and Steven, he loves to watch television. So he's really chewed through quite a lot of, we're talking on peak and off peak electricity usage this cunt was fucking using, right?
What are you talking about?
So
where is my cat? What is happening?
I don't know where Steven is, but I will be more inclined to find him if we could round out these numbers a little better. Now, I feel comfortable with...
blackmailing me?
Absolutely not. Okay, don't... Please, you're being foul right now. You're being foul, okay?
I'm being foul.
Yeah.
Where is my... I'm literally driving over... Right now, I'm in the car. I'm on the hands free.
Yeah.
Don't check that.
Definitely. Maybe you should swing by a fucking ATM first, cunt. All right? Because last time you said 200. All right? We did 200 last time for half the time. I've done double this time. You paid me 125. Okay?
We should have just... But wait, do you know where Steve is, though?
Maybe.
Because I can... And seen. So I guess my concern there is it's not so easy to kind of... work in, I don't think.
No, it is. It's just they keep bloody belaboring this point about where's Steven? Where's my cat? Give me my cat back. Oh, I love my cat. What have you done with my cat? And it's like, the cat's not the issue here, mate. All right, focus.
The fun's the issue.
Let's talk brass tacks, nuts and bolts. I get my cash. You get your Steven.
You get little Steve.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel the issue with roleplay is that it gets too real. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do without Steve now. That's just something I'm gonna have to bear. I'm gonna have to bear the brunt of that. I'm gonna have to bear that cross. But I mean, I guess we solved it, which is you need to blackmail your coworker for the extra cash.
And fucking ChatGPT said you can charge anywhere from $10 to $25 per visit. What am I charging? I'm going to charge someone $10 a day to babysit their shitty fucking
visit
awful cat.
What if they suck? I think it really depends on the pet. I mean, like, you know, your other option here is like, I mean, James is like pretend to lose the cat and hold it ransom. Not the worst idea. I think the other option is like, could you present a better alternative? You know, sometimes it's like, you know, we want the best of bad choices option. What if it's irreconcilable goods? What if, hey, actually, did you know Stacy from Accounts owns 5 cats already,
No,
loves cats?
Okay. All right.
Why not?
That's because what we're going to do is we're going to say yes. Then we're going to go find someone else who can babysit the cat. We give them like $10 fucking dollars a day. And then they're looking after the cat and we're making all that middleman money.
And let me tell you, James, one day it'll trickle down. We're gonna pay it back. It always does.
It always does.
Is real. It always does. So,
and works.
You know, for me and for my worldview, that's fine. What we should do is take out an ABN and an LLC. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the money we get paid from your coworker. We're gonna put 40% of it as equity back into the company. We're gonna put 40% of that. We're gonna pay that to ourselves, and then we're gonna pay 10% of that to the individual that we are paying to look after your cat, and then the other 10% is going to go to pay overheads and taxes. And what we're going to then do is build our cat looking after empire, our cat sitting empire. And you don't need this help because you can just come to us.
I just want to say that I'd like to go back. I've had a little bit of time to think about doing the cat ransom.
Sure.
And I've sort of had like a little bit of time to think sort of like the negative ways that could go. So I think if we could just forget that I said that, right? And then we just do the other thing that I said about getting someone else to babysit it, and then you make middleman money, I'd feel much better about that sort of like as the approach.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll talk to the people that run the time stream, and I'll kind of excise the thing you said from reality, and then we'll just keep going.
Well, we don't have to get rid of it because I think that idea still has legs. Okay.
You just want to walk back on it.
I don't even want to do that.
You just want to back out of it like a coward.
Absolutely not at all. I think it's a strong idea. And I think if someone's got the cojones, they could really they could make that work for them. Okay. Quite frankly, at the end of the day, they could be making more money than this whole other fucking cat sitting down the train, trickle down economics bullshit. All I'm saying is I just want the other idea because I said this one, then that one. Yeah. I just want to swap the order around. I want to go number one option.
This one was better.
Number one option, the cat sitting thing.
Okay.
Number 2, vague ransom. Very vague. Okay.
I'll change it then. I'll just change it. That's cool.
Perfect.
That's done. I've crossed it out. I crossed out the 1 and replaced it with the 2, and then crossed out the 2 and replaced it with the 1. It's done.
Thank you.
The official paperwork will reflect that was your first idea.
Yeah, and if everyone listening or watching could just sort of mentally do the same, I'd really appreciate that. So
if anyone asks, be cool.
Yeah, fucking be chill about it.
Be fucking chill. Hey, and if someone asks, let us know. We need to know, all right? But be cool, but fucking let us know.
Yeah. Pull out your phone and then sort of like DM us at BLK Swan Society, you know.
Can you text behind your back somehow? You know, maybe you don't want to give yourself away, but you need to let us know if someone does come. If you've been talking to the cops, you need to let us know. So
legally, you have to let us know.
You're legally obligated. Yeah. James, our feature question of this week comes from Confessions of a Social Addict.
And these are my confessions. Let's do it.
Oh, the pipes of an angel in the studio.
Thank you.
Where did James go though?
It was me.
James, was that you?
It was me the whole time.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm on Australian Idol right now.
Did I win?
Osher, did he win? Osher's not here. I don't know why I did that.
Oh.
Can you imagine if we got Osher Ginsburg on our show?
Yeah, boring.
He'd probably tell us. He'd probably be like, "Do you realize that coupling, drinking, and recording a podcast is bad pairing behavior?" Yeah, we get it, Osher. You fixed your life.
Go back to Channel V days. I liked you better then.
Go back to Channel V when you was drunk all the... No, don't do that. You seem like you're really unhappy. Anyway, James, bleep that.
Was he drunk on Channel V? I thought he was just
he had a huge drinking problem.
A tubular young adult just being chill.
He was that, but he's since talked about his pretty unhealthy relationship with that.
Well, I'll go with modern day Osher then. Soz Osh.
Yeah, he seems like a chill dad.
Yeah.
It's the vibe. James, this question. Listen, I'm a
sorry,
male 26
sorry,
here.
just really quickly.
What's up?
I can't, like, while we're on the thing about Soz and Osh on that one, I do want to, yeah, I do very explicitly want to say that I can't stand, vehemently cannot stand his fake, this sort of like pseudo sincerity that he puts on The Bachelor. Oh, I can't stand. If you could leave if you didn't get a rose. Sorry about that, guys. Osh says Soz on that one. That's an Osh Soz on that one, guys. Get out of here with the fake sincerity, Osher. It's deeply upsetting me.
I've listened to enough Osher content across the last decade. That's not fake, and that's somehow worse.
Oh, okay.
When he talks about it, he has a level of self-awareness of like, yeah, it's goofy, but he means every word of it.
Damn.
And that's somehow worse, isn't it?
Fuck. I think I'm worse than.
He's fully bought. No, he's fully bought in. When he's doing that shit, he's fully bought into the concept.
Damn.
Yeah.
But maybe that's good, because if he's being genuine, then like, I don't even know. It still bugs me.
You know, it should, because it's this issue of like, the reason reality TV works is people pretend to buy in, and knowing that pretending means you can enjoy it.
Okay.
But because he's so sincere, it makes me uncomfortable, because it's like everyone else is pretending except him.
But it's so deeply sincere that it comes full circle and feels insincere.
But that's also part of the Australian way of talking. Like, I have this issue where if I want to say something serious, people think I'm being facetious or sarcastic.
Okay.
Like, if I was like, James, I really appreciate your friendship and support over the last few years. Like, you have made a difference to me and my personhood.
What are you up to?
That's, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It just, there's a quality of it that kind of sounds, in a meeting this morning, my boss was like, man, you know, he said something like, you're a real value added, and I don't know what we'd do without you. And me and my colleague laughed, and he went, oh, I was being serious.
Oh no, that was I was being sincere about that. And you said,
he was like, nah,
you
I
crazy
meant that.
loon.
So anyway, James, listen, Osher, if you're listening, and I know you are, email us, blackswansociety.mail@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Is that right? Email us and let us know, and then we can get you on the podcast.
And
you can
also
tell us all about it.
We'll put a poll out on the Spotify for this episode. Do you love Osh? Yes or no?
Do you love Osh? There's one right answer. James, I'm male 26. Last year, I'm not, but the question asker is, you get it. I'm not. I'm not literally.
Yeah.
You understand?
No, I get it. Yeah.
We've done this episode 37. You get it. Last year, I moved to a new city and decided to try being more extroverted, since no one here knew the shy guy that I used to be. Now, shy guy is, and he was not a social guy. He's not the Mario character, a shy guy. Just to clarify, I know Mario's in the air at the moment. Didn't want to get any confusion.
Okay. Thank you.
It's been a little more over a year, and I faked it until I made it all right. I'm now very talkative and look forward to engaging in any social activities. I've always considered myself an introvert who dislikes social gatherings and thought it was impossible to go from intro to extro just like that. I'm still not sure what's going on inside my mind, and that's why I'm posting here to ask you to help me understand what might be going on. The thing is, I'm now kind of addicted to being social. I love to perform this new persona I've invented for myself. It feels very pleasant.
Okay.
Ooh. But at the same time, I get in this fight or flee mode, like adrenaline or I don't know, and it's hard to turn off when I get home. I keep overthinking everything I said over and over, feeling great about when I made everyone laugh, feeling horrible when I realized I'd said something silly or stupid. I'm afraid I'm getting too obsessed with this, my image, how people see me, what they think of me, to the point where I'm afraid I might be turning into a narcissist.
Oh.
Might be is doing a lot of work there. I can't sleep properly because I'm so preoccupied with this stuff. I don't feel like reading. something I did all the time in my introverted days, or do anything that demands introspection anymore. I'm always anxious to go out and talk to people and give my best performance. Oh,
Holy
also,
fuck.
this is, but hey, quick pause. Yikes.
This is a weird one. This is a weird one.
It gets weirder. I'm always anxious to go out and talk to people and give my best performance. Also, I get utterly bored when people aren't talking about something I'm not involved in some way with.
Shit.
Ooh. It's not that I need to be the center of attention, Jesus. Nor do I need to be talking about myself. I just need to be an active participant of the conversation. Let's say some people are talking about some memory they share that it's not something I can talk about, so I have to only listen. I get so bored, I have to detach myself and go to the bathroom or smoke a cigarette.
Hey guys, real quick. Dan, great. Looking great today, dude. Suit looks great on you. Nice new tie. Lauren, love those earrings. What are we talking about over here?
Yeah, I was just explaining to these guys a few years ago when I had some pretty major surgery, and it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty new to the scene, so this doesn't really sound like me. I'm gonna fucking go swing by the bar. No, yeah, shut the fuck up, cunt. I'm gonna go really quick, swing by the bar, grab myself a drink, and hopefully you guys wrap this convo up real quick because I'll be about 5 minutes. So if you could fucking like get this bullshit done in 5 minutes, and then we can go back to talking about like new shit or stuff about me or whatever. It's like I wasn't around for it. Didn't know her. Okay. So gonna go to the bar, gonna pick up a drink, and I'll swing back around. 5 minutes.
Well, can you get me one?
No, Dan, wrap it up. Five minutes, please. Thanks. All right, see you guys. Yeah.
James,
nothing weird about that.
Nothing weird about that. No, it's normal. Am I becoming a narcissist? Can anyone here relate to this? I'm very confused about myself right now. Like, truly scared I've always been a narcissist and didn't know. It's true I always felt I had a great potential and charisma hidden inside of me, like I was special, a special person. God, Jesus.
Like one of those X-Men boys or girls, just waiting for my mutant gene to strike. Oh, I'm charisma man. This guy's charismatic the whole time.
I've always felt I belonged at Xavier's school for the charismatic. Jesus. I'm skipping. This is pretty narcissistic. This is a pretty narcissistic trait, right? Should I try to refrain myself from this and go back to old me? I was definitely more in peace, generally speaking, although my life was way less interesting. I hate that people are so illiterate these days. I'm just afraid of continuing to feed this little monster addicted to their self-image. What does KWIM mean, James? Quim.
I don't know. You finish it. I'll look it up.
Or maybe this is happening because I'm going against my introverted nature. Thanks in advance for taking the time to share some thoughts. What's a quim?
Know what I mean?
Know what? Oh, okay.
Right. So is he saying like, I'm just afraid to keep feeding this little monster addicted to their self-image? Know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
Not really,
so what
dude.
This sounds like, so not really, because what it sounds like is that you were kind of aloof and awkward and probably at peace with yourself. And in order to feel like you mattered, you've subscribed to a mainstream idea of what being, what having success looks like. You've just like done that to the point where now it's like a dopamine feed where you're like, well, if people don't like me, I don't matter. If I'm not the center of attention, then what? You know what this is? This is like the human embodiment of like social media right here. This is a person who's like, but if I didn't get enough likes, why did it happen at all? But it's in real life, you know?
Yeah. I think you might have accidentally woken up something that was dormant inside you. And I think that potentially some form of like exorcism might be needed here, or you know, maybe hit the books about, you know, is there sort of some way to you know, put the genie back in the bottle? Could you
do like a retreat?
Pandora's box?
Yeah. Could you do a cleanse, a juice cleanse?
Okay.
Go to like a yoga place for a weekend.
Smudge yourself, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Sorry, what does that mean?
Smudge yourself.
Is that a sex thing?
Smudging.
Smudging?
Yeah.
That's a sex thing.
Well, you burn the hey Sam, what do you burn when you smudge? Sage. You burn like a thing of sage,
okay.
and you like the smoke
Right.
cleans out all the devil juices.
Yeah, I guess if you are from the Sunshine Coast, you could do that.
You can just
you've got
half
other
because
options.
you've got to cleanse it.
Just-
It's inside you, so you got
It's
half
in your
the
body.
sage. Yeah.
Well, but it's in your brain though is the issue. It's all stuck up in there in the
Just sage up
circuitry.
an ear canal.
Yeah, if you light the sage and then sort of waft it into your ear.
There is honestly so many things that are strange about this, that it's the fact that he flipped himself from an introvert to an extrovert is wild, because all being an introvert and extroverted is just where you recharge.
Get the energy.
Yeah. Do you recharge when you're around people, or do you recharge when you're by yourself? And he flipped the switch. How did he flip the switch?
Well, I don't think he has. Hear me out. I don't think that's what's occurred here.
The world is a stage. He's putting on his greatest performance. Oh my God, The Showman, the movie with Hugh Jackman.
Correct. Hugh Jackman's Hugh acting in that film. And I think what's happened here is he's tricked himself into, because it's got to be a serotonin hit to be this larger than life character. I think what he's tricked himself into thinking is that this is satisfying and rewarding, but really, the world is a stage, as Will Shakespeare said, and I think that he has tricked himself into a Shakespearean, into Willie's world, as it were. He's tricked himself into thinking that that is what he's all about, but in reality, he's a big sad boy who wants to sit in his room alone and read books and drink tea. And what you should do is be honest with yourself, and you can have it. You can do both.
Nah, dude. Here's what you need to do. You need to start filming this. You need to start secretly, like putting your phone in your pocket with the cam on. Because you're all, you're a sad guy by yourself. You're like, hey guys, I'm about to go down to the bar to hang out with some people from work, and
hello, fellow bar friends.
Right. Well,
he's my camera. That's where I always leave it.
This is
That's where it always is.
Can you give me the switch between coming from, so you've got the camera in the pocket because you're ready to go, you're ready to get the little like behind the scenes footage of David McNeill presents My Life is a Lie. Give me that switch between you're outside, you're the sad, loner book guy or whatever, and then you come in to the bar and you see your work friends.
I'm just getting a prop.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm very excited for this. One of my favorite things about this podcast is that David before mentioned Hugh Jackman's Hugh Jackman. I'm a fan of David's acting. It's he's got the fucking torchlight on his phone in his pocket. That's so good.
Hold on.
That's great. Yeah. Because, it's dark inside the bar, and it's like, I'm not trying to get the shitty fucking pixelated nighttime footage from my YouTube channel here or my TikTok account. I got to get the good shit. Wow, he's committing to this bit.
I remember how to tie a tie?
Boy, do I love commitment to a bit.
I haven't tied a tie since 2014.
And is this sort of, is this how you would, this is your transformation? So you go from just wearing your regular button-up shirt.
Oh, no. This is, no. So this is like, I'm hanging out with my work buddies.
Right.
I've forgotten the conceit of the scene. I've lost myself in the plot. So what did you want me to do?
You're a sad book guy outside. You've got the camera set up, and now you're walking through the doors and into the bar. And I just want to see that sort of almost Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde like transformation from, sad guy into performance of a lifetime.
Freeing myself from the constraints of the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be detrimental quality, but we're doing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not watch the video version of this podcast,
you have to.
You are doing yourself a disservice, because David is about to give his performance of a
screen
lifetime.
in some way?
Oh man, do we have
that capability?
We can gallery you.
I also just want you, the audience, to look at how poorly I tied this tie. Look at how much longer the tail is.
Hold on. Hold on. We gotta get you in like
I'll retie my tie while you do that.
We can duplicate David here. All of this is staying in, by the way. So if you're listening to
this was supposed to be a short episode.
It was supposed to be. But unfortunately not. Now, I am afraid to scale the... Oh, no, perfect. Perfect.
I've nailed the tie this time.
Okay. We might get a little bit of like the off-screen action as well, but...
Well, what if can I do this?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay. So, okay, I need to... So what I'm doing, just so that we're clear, is... So I'm the sad, aloof guy, and I'm psyching myself up. I'm in my headspace, and I'm going to come into the bar and be cool guy.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what's happening.
Okay. So I'm... Okay, Daniel, it's... every year of all 5 years of college sucked. All 2 years of university sucked ass. No one liked you. But here's what we're gonna do. It doesn't matter that you live by yourself with your auntie. It doesn't matter that you've never had a girlfriend. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go in there. We're gonna go in there, and we're gonna come in, and everyone from work is gonna be there, and they're gonna be happy to see you, and you're gonna be happy to see them. And it doesn't matter that you don't like John from sales, and it doesn't matter that Cindy from accounts always makes fun of you in Slack, and the things you post, she always puts the laughing emoji on even serious stuff. So we're going to go in there, and we're going to bring the energy, and it's going to be great. And what we're going to do is we're an extrovert. We're an extrovert. Oh, I love people, and they haven't bullied me my entire life. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Dan the Man.
Some beers with the boys. What's good? I don't like the nickname Dan the Man, but how you doing? How you doing, bro?
Dan, what's going on, buddy? That's super weird. Did I just watch you walk in holding a beer? Did you bring a beer in from outside?
Yeah, well, actually, I was here before you. Why would you ask me that?
Oh, no, it's chill, man. It's chill. How's your day been?
That's so funny, man. You've always been the class clown, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I'm a total fucking jokester, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, what'd you get up to on the weekend?
Can I buy you a beer, man?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
I don't have any. Can I buy you a beer later?
Yeah, weird that you.
I'm gonna go actually. I think I'm gonna go actually. So I'll
Okay.
It was great to see you all.
Yeah.
To see all you guys. Guys, like I didn't mean. Guys
there's
like
women here. There's women here as well. So.
Gendered. I just meant like it's good to see you, my work friends.
Right.
I'm gonna go. But this is really great. Y'all.
No, yeah. Cool, man.
You have a good night. I'll catch you all on Monday.
For sure. Fuck, man, what a weird cunt that guy is. What was he laughing about that whole time? What was he laughing about the entire time? Did you see him walk through the door already holding an open glass of beer? How the fuck? I don't know how the fuck he did that. What a weird fucking guy, right? He was just laughing the whole time. About what? What was he laughing about? Oh, is he?
This isn't part of the bit. In the process of doing that gag, I knocked over my glass of beer. It's beer all over my desk. I unplugged my keyboard to keep it safe.
Perfectly fine. Should we go to a be right back so you can handle it?
No, we're just gonna do it live.
Oh, Dan's gonna do it live. Shit, okay.
Was I good or not? Do you think vis-a-vis the acting?
Couple of notes.
Vis-a-vis the character.
Couple of notes. I did I did really get hung up on the fact that Dan came in holding an open glass of beer. He was outside of the building holding one, and then he brought it in with him.
It's not a big deal.
Right. I don't. Sure. I just want to, because like this is sort of like a drama, so I just want to get.
If you read the script though, you would know it was set in
Yeah, no,
Melbourne.
I know, but it's just like I want to. Yeah, I just feel like liquor licensing laws probably don't, and it was a glass as well, so it's just sort of, you know.
Yeah, I was having a cigarette. I was having a vape.
For sure. Oh, you were
vaping.
Right. So just to clarify, you had already arrived, purchased the beer, snuck back out to the smokers section, and then you were coming back in the front door.
Yeah, what's to clarify? You nailed it.
For sure. Okay, sure. My mistake then, I guess.
Yeah.
And my other note would be sure. My other note would be why was Dan sort of, because in this question, the person said that they the life of the party, they're very charismatic, you know, they're really engaging. You know, people really like connect with them or whatever. Why was Dan sort of just sort of as a character sort of just awkwardly laughing at everyone that he engaged with, do you think?
Have you met an introvert who thinks they're funny and engaging, James?
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing as a character, is how that plays out, which is someone who's not those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, my mistake. I thought Dan had made a very convincing transformation into being an extrovert. You're saying Dan doesn't play an extrovert.
According to Dan, he has.
Okay. He's an unreliable source.
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, other than that, you know, glad that we got to knuckle out sort of those key details. But is Dan becoming a narcissist? Can you become a narcissist? David's going toe to toe with this microphone.
Trying to take off. I think I fixed it. I'm going to put my screen back up.
Seamless. And we're back.
I'm going to plug my keyboard back in now that I've cleaned up all the beer. Oh, my microphone's still trying to leave. So that was fun. That was a fun little... For a short episode, that really was quite a long bit.
Now that we've got you back in the studio, how do you sort of feel about your performance there of Dan, the character Dan?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's tricky as an actor to quantify your success. I think a lot of the time the people leave it up to critics. They sort of think to themselves, well, you know, I can't judge my own work. How my influences others is really up to them.
Yeah.
But I would say is that with the performance I did there, I think I killed it. I think I crushed it.
For sure.
And I think I've earned my pay rise for this quarter.
Okay. Perfect. No, that's all great stuff. And when it comes to Dan and his question about maybe this is happening because I'm going against my true introvert nature. Do you think he is... Well, I mean, he's transcended the real world and he's now existing on some type of meta real life acting plane.
Yeah, he's doing like a TikTok live in real life. Like he's performing. Yeah.
This is Last Action Hero. He has gone through the screen into the movie. But in this case, he's gone through the screen and fallen into the realm of social media.
Into the extrovert social media.
He's playing this character. And all I'm going to say is, Dan, good luck and good luck.
Good luck, good night, and don't knock over a pitcher of beer onto your work desk.
Or let the bed bugs bite. It's a great one. Yeah.
It's a great one. James, I think that's this episode of The Advisory, potentially. Thank you so much for watching or listening. We appreciate the heck out of it. You can find us on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, at BLK Swan Society, Twitter as well, where you can follow my insane ramblings where I doing a thing that can only be seen to be believed. Go follow us. We have Black Swan Society everywhere. You can watch the VODs of what we do at youtube.com/@BlackSwanSociety. You can watch this show live every Thursday night, AEST, 6 p.m., twitch.tv/Black Swan Society. You can join us to watch our new show live tomorrow when you're watching this, 5 p.m. AEST, twitch.tv/Black Swan Society, Master Grief. Otherwise, you can email us, blackswansociety.mail@gmail.com. There will be links to all of that in the show notes below. And wherever you find this podcast, whether it's on your podcast catcher of choice, YouTube, wherever you find this, please do consider giving us a rating or a review. It really does help us. 5 stars only, no more, no less. And if you give us a 5-star rating on Apple iTunes, there's a chance I might read your review in your voice of choice. James, could you give us a voice of choice just to give the people a taste of what they could do if they simply gave us a 5-star review on Apple iTunes podcasts?
This is my fear. My fear is that we're going to eat up all of the great voices and people aren't going to need to leave a review because they would have heard so many. And obviously, to stay on, to be relevant, we are going to go with Super Mario. And
let me bring up my document. Hold on. Let me bring up my markdown document so I can write down what you need me to say. Just give me a second. Markdown. What's the review, James?
Definitely just consulting with my
writer
friend.
Okay. Yeah. He outsources half his job to a robot these days, folks. I don't know what you reckon about that, but I don't reckon that's very ethical.
The comedy... This is okay. The comedy podcast I recently listened to was absolutely hilarious, and I highly recommend it to anyone in need of a good laugh. The show features 2 hosts, both of whom are quick-witted and incredibly talented at improv and comedic banter. I just want to keep in mind that my prompt was write a review for a podcast about 2 people who do a comedy podcast. And it has actually spit out 7 paragraphs. So we're gonna jump to the bottom. Well, they're just repeating themselves now. I highly recommend this podcast. The host's hilarious, chemistry is fantastic. Okay, we're just gonna go with the first one that you've got.
That's all I wrote down is the first sentence.
Perfect.
So, I've just fetched a different rag to clean up more of the beer, but it's now completely cleaned, and my microphone is still trying to leave. I think I fixed it. Okay, so this is Mario. Mario. Now, where's he from?
Mario, I believe he is from the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay. The comedy podcast I recently listened to was absolutely hilarious, and I highly recommend it to anyone in need of a good laugh. The joke there is that he doesn't do the accent in the film.
Thank you so much for coming and listening.
Thanks for watching and listening. And I implore you, if you didn't catch the video of this episode, you need to. Because I'm currently wearing a tie and a blazer. There's a lot that happened that you didn't see. So, but thank you. Hey, we'll catch you next. Same bad time, same bad channel next week. Bye.
Goodbye, Mario.
Bye. Let's go.